Hello, hopefully you can hear me. I'm now live, out and about for the first time in a while. I thought I'll talk about Labour and a second referendum. Um, so basically, it's happened. Now, as like some people, they're honest. To everyone here, I don't want this to happen at all, but I'm quite at ease from it. There's more things to be pissed off about in Labour than this. Now, firstly, this is never going to pass. It's not going to pass. The numbers in Parliament will not work. There's been a report up to like 35 Labour MPs are saying that they're going to vote against this. And so I highly doubt it's going to happen anyway. What's more likely, even though I'm a bit sceptical, is the Article 50 extension, which they removed, but the Prime Minister may accept that or vote on no deal. I thought no deal's not going to pass if it's going to be a vote on no deal, but it's the default position. So if no one finds an agreement or finds a way to stop Brexit, it will happen. Which, as the clock clicks down, it becomes more likely. So I personally wouldn't worry about it. Also, we've seen lots of anger towards Labour because of this. So a lot of Corbyn supporters, right, particularly ones that have luckily remain or support Brexit, coming out against this, saying it's going to be a disaster. To be honest, particularly with Labour supporters and the left, I don't think Brexit is the biggest issue that people say it is. So my prediction is the polls won't change much, as in fact the polls have all changed a bit before this, and they're very erratic, as because including a group of MPs that are not really political party, but that's another day when they. But the idea that Labour will get 23% of the vote is a non-story. It's a false truth. The question is this a betrayal of the voters and the working class? Now, this is the argument used by a lot of people. Now, what I would say, from the base view of it, it is. Labour went to the last election promising that they'll honour the referendum and leave the single market. I know Labour lose lots of elections, but we are in different times politically. We have a minority government and no one has a majority. But by principle, if you have the same leader in power, yes, you should try to honour that idea or promise. Jim John says, I think a second vote is a mistake. I agree they should have done it, but I'm not that angry about it at this point, because for my how I view the situation, it's never going to happen. It's not. I can't see it ever passing. And it gives particularly Tory Brexiters, which are more likely to be very pissed off at me, or Tory Remainers, let's say, if there's no non-confidence motion, I think they're more likely to vote to keep me in. So I think it was a wrong morally, but Corbyn thought it was politically inevitable due to the situation of defecting MPs, do that, they don't want no deal. And to be fair, the argument is that the defectors wanted Corbyn to push for this. Defectors are Corbyn push for this, but I don't think they had the impact on this decision. This goes back to the conference portion, but it pops even longer. Down there's a rail line, you can see it's a pacer train. I think this has been on the cards, right, since the so it's basically when Corbyn ran like a no-deal Brexit. So I think that they didn't have an impact on the decision at all. What I found interesting though, as a result of all this, the FBP crowd on Twitter, at this point, I try not to engage with them, but observe them. So I think we're going to see the end of them. I really do. One reason, the independent group split them. A lot of them were pro-Green or pro-Lib Dem, and now not so much. And a lot of them were happy because thought the independent group will harm the quote-unquote Remain movement. Some of them actually argue that the whole embarrassment is critical, coming from some FBP. So, and then they were divided on Corbyn and the second referendum. They were saying some was a good thing because they're not going too far enough. Some thinking it's too late. So I've seen a complete starts of a breakup of that movement online on Twitter, which for me is nothing but a good thing. Yeah. So I think I think we are going to see politics change, and it is inevitable. After the referendum, after the chaos, after the hatred between people, it's going to change. And all about some people saying Labour have lost their own heartland. Now, I don't think that's the case. I don't. First, a general election is going to be quite a bit after the March 29th. I don't think there'll be a general election before Brexit resolved. So that decision, unless we're in the European Union and there's some sort of angry backlash, which I don't think is going to happen, I don't see some sort of loss of Labour heartlands or any significant loss. And I see Labour losing ground there. Labour's going to lose ground for certain in some seats, but to be honest, I think people are being over hysterical. Britain has always been a country where change is very sudden, and this is why we're seeing so much chaos with Brexit. We've always been slow to change. And we've always been slow to change politically. I mean, let's think about our voting system, think about our constitution, still got monarchy, still got house laws. If Blair had his entire way, actually the laws would be gone by now. So, I think we're just unprepared for anything like Brexit as a nation, institutionally, economically, socially, politically, and we still are, even though it probably should happen. And that's the dilemma I face with our current situation. After these 2 years of complete incompetence at every level from governments, I mean, the fact that we still don't know what trade relations we're going to have, we still don't know anything that we want to do. I mean, May's got a deal out, but she got that right at the last minute. I mean, we haven't got anything close to a deal since we talked about Chequers back in June or July. So I just don't see the hope in this government that I should get anything meaningful. So you know what? I can see why Labour's doing this, even though it's wrong. It shouldn't. There's a lot of concerns offered. Well, that's a friend. I think not just on the European Union, but on investment, on people's lives, on actual opportunities for a lot of people in lots of parts of the country are non-existent compared to those in London. And I think tensions were building up for a long time. I think people were sceptical about the European project, overwhelmingly. A project that people see as above Parliament and act in an authoritarian manner, which at large it does. So what we need is an outright discussion on these key factors. And nobody, except a few people, are confident. In fact, if I observe this political discourse online, it's very angry. And people are just had enough each reviews. I mean, right, my local MP kind of think now, tweeted about saying that we just not have a second referendum because we'll basically this on the referendum. It will go against the user constituents, which votes 30% leave. And then on the comments, there were lots of very angry people accusing of basically working with the Tories or other. Right, that's my phone case. Working with the Tories or trying to wait for a Tory Brexit. Now, listen, we have to rethink our role of Europe. The future of Europe is not as positive as people see. From what I'm looking at, the rise of the far right, the lack of proper discussion on reform, the lack of just a lack of any positive policy. Think about this. I could do. No, sorry, I haven't.
Alright, I was just looking for it, but it's
We'll see. So, in terms of that, a few months ago, there was advert. No, there was a tweet about Greece, and basically what they concluded is that they were right to do what they did in Greece, and they were proud to give Greece its spell-out, saying we'll grow stronger in Europe. That's a tweet from the Commission. Now, here's the thing. They showed little remorse about the outright poverty in that country, the outright amount, the mass youth unemployment, rise of the right of Golden Dawn, which has waned a little bit recently, but it will go back on its. It never go back on its support when the opposition fails in Greece in the Greek elections. People's lives were ruined by the policies of the European Union and Troika, and yet we see no remorse. And in the European elections, what's likely going to happen is that the Social Democrats will go into decline. The ENF and other right-wing groups are going will increase support. The EU's policy will move to the right. The idea that people advocated in a referendum, Fortress Europe, and the idea that you is look for migrants, refugees. We've seen that now. We've seen that in the Mediterranean with Italy, now blocking refugee convoys from crossing over into Europe. So, I don't think I'm the only one who looks at the European Union as its current path. It's either aboarding the Eurofoils who insist for integration, or it's the power hungry far right. We even get to a situation that Matteo Salvini could even become a commissioner, which is still on the cards. And then some provisions of this treaty are not due to get implemented in 2020. Actually, then there's then there's the idea of a European army, which is being supported by Macron and Merkel at this point. So it will happen at one point or another. Then we're seeing the potential of the collapse of the Eurozone in the future is on weak legs. Europe's heading towards a recession. Yeah, it's very Varoufakis I actually argued with him recently that if Germany pulls out of the Euro, it probably will collapse the Euro. If Germany thinks it can print Deutschmarks at a high value. So, look, things are not as great as you think in the EU despite all this. So the conclusion is, all those points, we'll quite long to make them. Brexit is a mess, but so is the European Union. And this way, because how we find a solution? Because you know the arguments by Yanis Varoufakis, who everyone basically invokes when I talk about reform, because it's really the only person who's serious about it with enough influence. It says that if Europe doesn't reform by the year 2025, it's probably game over. And it says it will seriously change its stance in Europe. So what hope Europe has got in its current form? I guess my one. But I don't think the direction of Europe is a positive one at all. I think having this referendum will basically embolden and vindicate the most vile sectors in the Labour Party who've been having Corbyn for the last few years over Brexit. And it will enable people like an independent like Chuck Number saying that look, we were right. So I'm slightly worried about that, even though it has kind of took the rug on. Corbyn has basically took the rug under the feet with this. Also, here's the thing: Britain remaining in the European Union may make the situation worse in Europe. Now, if people want change, are more likely to vote in, let's say, elections with low turnout, particularly European elections. What will happen if we get a lot of people who feel the voice cast aside, ignored, and people basically saying that you're doing a voting voice stupid, let's ignore the outright concerns that people have in this country. Not just about Europe, but beyond Europe. You're going to get a very nasty backlash that they don't like. Now, after the independence referendum in Scotland, the SNP won the majority of the seats in Scotland in the election. Now, what I think is going to happen, the UKIP and this new Brexit party are going to skyrocket in support. And we'll get to a situation where UKIP may win the European elections or come close to winning, like last time. And you end up appointed by Jay Batten with like a circle and a card inside it, Paul Joseph Watson, that Count Dankler, possibly Tommy Robertson, maybe even the being EU Poland. And there we voted with the ENF, and it will further highlight, expand the problems that I discussed before. And then we've got the Brexit Party, which its leader has very Islamophobic views between Muslim children wearing hijabs. But so basically, us in the European may embolden the problem of the right in Europe. Because a lot of people, if you know, they don't believe in a lot of the ideas that UKIP or the Brexit Party now will advocate, don't know to vote for them as a protest vote. So we're in a situation where I have a scenario that getting it's not going to be that positive. And then, of course, all go back to the platform that government may be restricted by certain policies inside Europe, which is also true if you look at restrictions on deficit spending, state aid, restrictions actually on nationalisation, where could national industry get taken to court if it makes other industries uncompetitive. So there are restrictions in place. So I don't think it's the way forward, but I think I accept it because of the state that we're in, and that's my position on the matter. Alright. So I wonder what you think about a Labour on the second referendum. So if you put a comment there, I'll address what you say about a second referendum with Labour. But honestly, I think it shouldn't happen, but I at this point accept it's an inevitability. It's not something new that I thought was going to happen. This is pre-conference. I think Labour has some plans to do this since the start in the event of no deal, which becomes even more likely. And some swans about. Right, I think there's one more point I need to go at. The idea of working class betrayal. I can see why people have that argument, but I actually think that it's not necessarily betrayal. It's not. Adopting this policy is not betraying people, as you may see. I know people speak like that. I know from the base of it, it could be seen as that in the last season, but I think the reason I don't think it's that, because it's not going to pass, and the policy platform of Labour does outshine this idea. And I think what's going to happen in Europe will happen, as Tony would argue, Europe will become like a Soviet Union. That's not because it's like the Soviet Union, that's because I think it will never be collapsed, because it will try to form and fail to reform in some way. If Europe goes where I think it will go, I don't think we'll be on it for much longer, even if we reserve Brexit. I think there'll be a massive backlash, a huge one, and a referendum after it is actually quite likely. Now, let's remember what Labour actually is. Labour Party is intended to be a party to represent the urban working class. A union between liberal trade unionists from predominantly middle class backgrounds and middle class intelligentsia from the Fabian society and the trade union movements. All common aim to represent workers, Labour. And it's the reason it's called that. And it's called Labour and not the Socialist Party for that reason. And the aim of Corbynism, the original aim, was to take Labour back to its roots. And in terms of policy platform, it's done it. Now, I want to change the role in Europe and in the world, but if it's not going to happen how I want it, then so be it. I will not leave Labour over this. I know some people have, but the direction that Corbyn's Labour is going, even though it's chaotic, even though it's utter mess at the moment, with MPs resigning, the whip joining the independent group, with people with the chaos with Chris Wilson, even though Chris Wilson bought that on himself, with his statements on the Sheffield Momentum meeting, led to his mass calls to be suspended. But I know how sensitive issue anti-Semitism is. So he probably knows he should have said what he said. I think as a party, it's good. Membership now is going to change as these people leave the party. It's the conversation of the MPs are going to change. Actually, I read a prediction on the stream the other day, and I still stand by it. Labour will represent a party that Tony Benn envisioned on the Corbyn in the next 2 years, and I'll stand by that point. The Conservative Party, as a result of the independent group and Gerald trends in the party, regarding Brexit, will move towards the right. The next Conservative leader will be a member of the ERG, or at least a Brexiter. British politics is about to get very, very nasty and poison in the upcoming year, and I will drum up as soon as it goes to Brexit. So I think I'm going to end this now. If no one's got any comments, I'll end this now. But I thought I'd do a short video, just briefly discussing the situation. So before I end it, I say I'll summarise my point because I know I've done it quite slowly. I'll say that Labour are not betraying the working class. Second referendum, it's not going to happen. I don't like it, I don't want it, I never want it. And the direction Europe's going in, and the nature of Europe currently, it's not a positive organisation to be in. I stand by that. I'll probably vote the same way as last time. Because no one on the main side is really committed to an argument. But I'm more on that idea at this point. So thank you for watching and bye. There we go. Oh, before I end it, I'll address your point, Jimbo Jones. One of the problems this looks like is that the fence is controlling the class. Right. Labour's voting base is going to be alienated. I don't think Corbyn wants to betray them or intends to do it, but people are going to be noting and knowing about this. But if I think an election's going to happen when it does, and if I think we're still going to leave the EU, I think this is going to be overlooked. Hopefully. Anyway, I'll say thank you for watching. I'll end this